Well, good morning, everyone. I know you can't see me. I'm the only cameraman on the job here today, but I know you can hear my voice, so that's good enough. Here we've got the blank mounted in the lathe. It's pretty off balance. It's not a uniform shape, so we're going to nibble away at the corner here a little bit, give myself a couple ledges to work from, and we'll face off this front here, and then we'll make our way up the side to do the outside of the bowl. And just using a D-Way 5/8 inch bowl gouge this morning, and probably use this bark is really tough. We'll see how she cuts, and maybe I'll switch over to another one, get a sharper one, and we'll get started from there. So I know we'll have to go kind of slow here in the beginning, so just bear with me. Got the gouge handle against my body, and I'm just making an arc here. Just slowly working my way in. And we'll slow her down and take a look. Just starting to get there. Move our tool rest in a little bit further. Probably do this, maybe this will be the last time, but this or one other time we'll move it in, and then we'll start getting rid of this so we can turn the speed up a little bit. Well, she looks pretty solid from this point of view. This Mulberry has been a little bit problematic. There's a little bit of a ring shank to the few pieces that I've done out of this lot, and you know, whenever you get ring shank, you just want to throw it away. But there's just been, this blank looks okay. There's been one little streak in there, one growth ring. It must have caught some wind one year. So I'm going to, we're going to have to take off pretty high here on this side of the blank. Let's get rid of that. Whoa, got that big tight. That way we can, let's get this down a little bit so we can come in there and sweep in. Might take a few scrape cuts here first, just to mark out where I'm at on the blank. So when I go towards the center, it won't be gouging out as bad. a little high, but that's all right. That's a little better. Now I can start getting rid of, getting more of a shape to the bowl here and get into these low spots on the side of the log. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can get her up a little bit. Just by the little bit that we've done. There we go. I was only turning around 280, 300 RPM when we first started. Knocking that off, just what we've done so far, I'm got it up to 600 and she's spinning just nice. So on a blank this size, if you can get it in this rough out condition, if you can get up 500-600, you can get a decent cut out of there and get the thing round. So I'm going to come in here, do a couple more. There we go, and then I'm going to turn around here and do a little left-handed cut. I meant to tighten up my belt there because I noticed I was taking a heavy cut yesterday and with the 5/8 inch, and it was starting to slow it down a little bit, and I just never had that happen before. So let's take another look. Not too bad. Got it all off there. It's pretty low spot, so you can see why it was not wanting to spin very true right in the beginning. A little punky here. But anyway, let's work on this face again. And I've got the blank mounted on a one-way big bite, and then with the tailstock in here. So I like that. I like the worm screw. I like between centers on a 4-prong. You know, it just depends on what I'm doing. The face of this was a little bit uneven, so that's why I chose the big bite. But a lot of times with these larger blanks, you know, if you can, you know, everybody's worried about having the grain center. Well, if you drill your hole right in the right spot, you can use it. And I kind of like using the worm screw with the bigger jaws on big stuff like this. Sometimes it just depends on what mood I'm in. But that's a really safe way to do it, and you've got a lot of coverage on the blank itself. And so, but that's just a personal preference, and everybody has theirs. Everybody does it the way they like to do it. So let's get this face taken off of here. We're still a little bit crooked. I want to back that rest up just a skosh, and we'll start getting where our tenon's going to be, and then I'm going to finish off this, get rid of this, and make the bottom of the bowl. But before I do that, I just want to do that. Oh yeah, we got a little bit there, so let's get that, make sure she's tight there. So here we go. About 800 there. That'll probably be about as fast as we go on a piece this size. I don't know what I'll leave that. I don't really care about that so much. I'll make a mark here where we're at. My tenon. I'm going to go a smaller tenon this time. Be a little bit. That's about my 50 millimeter jaw size, I believe. Okay. I'll take that whole line. Just flatten her out a little better. Get a little light on the subject. That always helps. Don't do this. Stop it. Yeah, she looks good. She looks good. Alright, so that's going to be the tenon right there. Let's come back in there. Grab a little bit sharper gouge here. Just a regular, this one's a Henry Taylor. I got the 60-degree grind on it, just my general purpose one. Seems to work out fine for what I do. Before I take any more of that nub off of there, I just want to, one more time, let's just make sure. We got a little movement out of there. So now, what I'm going to do is kick myself in the butt because I didn't put my curtain back. I was all excited about getting the camera started. So now I got a lot more of a mess to clean up when I get that far. So, but anyway, so how about this? So now I'm going to lay that right there. Use, I like to make my tenons with a 40-40 grind, and for the dovetail, I'll use a dovetail. That's what I have Yeah, got the dovetail chuck in there now. So let's start making that. Now, I'm pretty flat on this face here, but I like just a little bit of slope to it, so that I get like the outer half of the jaw to touch that bottom. So let's see how well we do here. That's good. I want to use just a little. Sometimes that'll leave. I need to sharpen that a little better. Just need to get back in there. There we go. Got rid of that so it seats nice in there. Now we'll go back to the gouge and form this bottom a little better. My chuck will sit right there, so I can get rid of get a sharp one. And we use the 3/8, do a finishing cut right up to the rim, and we'll be done. And for a rough out, that's pretty darn good. Why, that's sweet. Yeah, let me just do one thing. I want to use that 40/40 to get rid of that nub, a little bit more of the nub. I don't think I'm going to come anywhere near close of hitting in the chuck, but let's just get rid of that little bit there. That'll do her. We'll get that turned around and we'll be right back. In the big jaws, or they got a size bigger than this, but these ones go up to 5 inches. Maybe a little bit more of a gap than I wanted in between the jaws. Can't see that from that angle, but I'm laying pretty good on the bottom of the bowl. We're only about 2/3 of the way into the jaws, so everything looks good, but we're still going to use tailstock support as we get this thing. I'm going to face this off. Just for safety. And we've been once we got around there, we were close to 900 RPM on that, and that's plenty fast enough for a bowl this size. So let's face that off, and see what we got. Spinning really, really nice. Good and true. Good tenon. Even though this tool, I've been using it for the whole time, I'm going to use the other side. We still got a good sharp edge here, so I'm going to finish this off with this side of the wing. So, let's see what we've uncovered here. A little bit of a goofy spot here. Same here. I don't want to, we're just going to leave that go for right now. We got a little bit here. Need to go a little bit deeper. Get rid of that chainsaw mark. We'll be ready to go. Let's see what we got. Doesn't look too bad. See, this is one of those marks I'm a little bit leery of. I guess it's just a stain. Let's see what we got here, dimension-wise. After evaluating this, I think we're going to take a detour on this particular blank. I've got a couple defects right here. This one doesn't bother me so much, but this is never going to, this defect goes down into the side here, and that's never going to dry right, I don't believe. And there's another one right here. So I'm going to core this bowl out. I'm going to core another bowl out of the inside of this, and then I might take this down, this outside bowl that's left, I might take that down a little bit to get rid of these defects that I think aren't going to survive the drying process. So what we're going to do is core that. I've got this set up with the smaller knife, the 9-inch knife, so there's a 4.5-inch radius to it. But the bottom of the cutter is going to be 5 inches. You got to calculate. So I'm 2¼ inches from the center point of this post right here. So that's going to leave me 1¼ inch. We're 13 inches across, and so I want to leave this about 1¼ inch. So I'm going to be the right depth. I'm going to have to do some massaging to the thickness of this wall once we get the core out, but we're going to approach it that way and see how she goes. So I've got an extension on my tailstock. So we've got tailstock support throughout the entire process. So this should go well. This is I'm interested. This will be the first mulberry that I've cored, and seems to be a lot of mush with it. So we'll see what happens here. So let's get this in place, and let's make sure we're tight on the tight there. That works well. I usually core something like this in the 600 to 700 RPM range. Nothing too fancy. No reason to go super fast. Just take it slow. We'll enter in. I've got the support post turned around, and we'll go to about this point here on the arm, and then we'll make adjustments from that point. Bring my light over here, see what's going on. One thing I want to do is take my ring off, because my hand will be kind of close to things spinning around. Boy, that's working out real nice. That's nice chips or curls. That's doing very well. All right, we'll turn the RPMs off and make adjustments here to get this support arm into the kerf that we've created. One thing I'll do is I'll just move that tailstock out of the way so I can swing the cutter out of here and have nice access here. Tight. Swing this back around. tailstock there. Not. That's just there for a little bit of safety. Just a touch, just a skosh on the pressure there. Then we'll go back in here. Move that support arm in a little bit. I think maybe we'll get at this breaker free after I make this adjustment. We're pretty well in there. Once I get this arm over about 90 degrees, we'll break her free. Be able to take her out of there. There we go. That'd be a smaller bowl, but anyway, maybe we'll salvage something. I'll just throw this down in the shavings for right now. Keep her moist. We'll finish it. Now I could, if I wanted to. I still have the worm screw hole here, so I can still use that to remount this, or I can just put it in here, take the one way out of the way, and use that and jam chuck it, however I would like to do it. But I want to work on this a little bit. Okay, got everything out of the way. So we've got a good thickness here. We got 1.25 inches. On the bottom. I'll probably take just a hair off of that, but here's my 1.25 inch mark here. So we'll take that off, slope it, and we'll just massage this side. Let's put the tool rest back in. Let's check out our tightness on the chuck. Seems good. Seems good. Fresh gouge. Still spinning, dead nuts on, so good. I'm just going to take a little bit off of here and try to blend it in to the curve here. Get rid of some of this beef. Everything's tight. doing. That feels pretty good. Get rid of this, and then I can work right in here a little bit and get that. We're almost there. That's good. To go with a real light touch here because we are getting a little vibration naturally because we've gotten rid of most of the bowl. But this will be a twice turn bowl. I don't care if there's a few marks in it. I just want to get a nice even wall thickness. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, now let's blend this in, and I think we'll be there. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see how much she's, just smooth that out a little bit. Real light touch, real light. One more. And just wanted to do this just to ease the corners here. Just a nice little touch there. It's a nice easy touch. Much better, much better. Okay, we're ready. Get her off of here. Put the date and everything on it. I just get the anchor seal out, which is, I guess, anchor seal 2. It's a Rockler Greenwood sealer is what I use, and it's worked out fine. I know some people have complained about it. Seems to work okay in my environment here. I do the inside and the outside, and then I forget about it. I don't worry about it. I'm not trying to create a bowl in less than 24 hours. I get this. I figure I've got 60 dry bowls over there and 100 wet bowls drying in the process. So I'll always have a bowl to do if I want to finish something. So I just rub it in real good. A couple swipes in multiple directions. Turn it over. Give it a good coat on the outside. And we're done. This will go on the rack over here, and I'll see you in about a little over a year or so. We'll come back and visit it. Hopefully you were able to pick up a few pointers maybe on the way I do things, and maybe you didn't, but I appreciate everybody tuning in here today. As I said before, this is my physical therapy, both mental and physical. Probably in about a half an hour from now, I'll be taking a nap. Okay, so this is what keeps me going. And right now, this is the turning of the green wood, going and hunting it down, getting it ready. This is just the cat's meow for me. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you at Woodcraft or wherever at some point in the future. Bye.